Though I was supposed to give this to y'all last night and failed because I have made a slight error. If you read my comment on the comments board in on my channel page, so brace yourselves because here it is. At long last, I am finally going to give them to you. Here's my October 2025 first time watches ranking. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome again to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm the Big D, and I'm here to give you my first time watches ranking. I have made a slight error when I filmed my original cut, but I erased it, and that's why you didn't get to see it late last night. Apologies. As I had 21 down, I failed to include another one because I had 20 and I forgot I had one that was on there was 21 and another one that was 22. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. But brace yourselves. I'm about to give this to you. I'm going to try and go real fast this time because I've reviewed most of these films. So if you're ready, let's start this ranking. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Coming in at number 22 is Screamboat. Now, I recently reviewed this film. I'm glad you all saw it. This is about a killer mutated Mickey Mouse who's terrorizing a late night boat ride in New York City. I gotta say, this is really something. At least I kind of had a wee bit fun with this one, but not quite close to films like Jason Takes Mayhem. But at least the kills were all right and what have you. But check out my review if you haven't seen this. It's fair and what have you. Maybe not great though. And coming in at number 21 is The Other. Now, this film was released this past spring. It's about a couple seeks to build a family with a young orphan, a deaf girl, the survivor of a tragic childhood. But it soon turns into a horror when they realize the violence in their foster child's past has returned to destroy this new family. This film's okay. At least I appreciate the little girl in the film who is deaf. I thought this was fine, what have you. Maybe not great though. I haven't reviewed much of these films. I have streamed on Tubi. This is also on Prime Video as well. It's not Tubi original though, but you heard me correctly. It's on Prime Video as well. But it's an okay film. And coming in at number 20, because here are a couple of Tubi films in the next two spots. At number 20 is The Follower. Now, this is a thriller from Chris Stokes, who has directed numerous films for Tubi, and I've seen several of them. It's about a global pop star who, after an accident, is rescued by a nurse, only to discover that she's a completely nutsoid, obsessed mega fan who will keep him hostage by any means necessary. I'll say this film's fine and what have you. Maybe not great by any means, but I thought it to be fine and what have you. I mean, I really liked um um the person who played this kidnapper, Asia Holiday. Yeah, that's the actress. I'll say she's really made this pretty enjoyable. Definitely. Next at 19, here's another to be original, and it's from Chris Stokes at well, and that is Adopted 2. Now, this is the sequel to Adopted from last year, and like last time, provides the little phone number you can call for someone who's, well, uh, well, for child abuse and what have you. Jane Aguirre returns as the killer kid from the first film, Dylan, and this time he's escaped from a psychiatric hospital and is welcomed by a grieving family until their home becomes his killing ground. Well, I like this just a tad bit over its predecessor, but still, it's an okay film, but maybe not as great as I can imagine by any means, though. But it's fine. Next at number 18 is Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I will say this is a pretty decent installment of the Twisted Childhood universe. A little more of a step up from Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, and I gotta say, it's really freaky and eerie and what have you. I mean, the mysterious killer Peter Pan, yeah, really creepy. And the Twisted Tinkerbell, yeah. Check out my review of it if you haven't seen it yet. This is still fine, what have you. I hope for the best baby The Reckoning turns out to be a good one, though. Well, I hope. Now, coming in at number 17 is R.L. Stein's Pumpkinhead. Now, this is a new film that's on Tubi based on the short story direct from R.L. Stein's Haunting Hour book, which is a collection of short stories. I'll say that I did like this for certain reasons. The atmosphere and its, well, frightfully feel and what have you was fine, what have you. It's just the ending was a little bit of a weak one, though. But it was still fine. It's not quite as good as the Goosebumps films or the Haunting Hour, Don't Think About It, or even the Fear Street films. But it's still worth looking into for once, though. That's a big affirmative. Next at number 16, here's another Tubi original, and that film is Glamping. Now, this film is about, well, a fashion influencer, well, creator, well, fashion creator influencer whose dream cabin getaway with her friends soon unravels into a nightmare when a mass killer crashes the trip. I've got to say, this is really something. Not too bad. A lineup performance by the lead actress, Rosemary Idisi. But overall, I found it to be pretty enjoyable. If you're into stuff like Friday the 13th or what have you, then this might be worth looking into with just a little hotness and glam and what have you. You get what I'm saying, right? Good, now that's out of the way. Next up at number. Hold on. Sorry. Coming in at number 15 is the How to Train Your Dragon remake. Now, I will be doing a spoiler-free review this later in the week, so I won't get into too much details. I did like Mason Thames as Hiccup; he was good. I'm glad they got the dragons well done, especially Toothless. I think most of it was fine. Wivey, this is a fairly good, decent and good remake. I mean, well, despite my hatred for something like this, but at least it's better than the recent Disney ones we've been getting. You know what I'm saying? Good. And coming in at number 14 is The Hand That Rocks the Cradle from 1992. This is the original. I recently watched its new remake last night, which was fine, but not as good as this one, though. I was going to review it this month, but I took it off at the last minute in place of the Dragons remake. But don't worry, I'll review this sooner or later. I do like its setting and its great cast, and its great suspense and thrills and all that jazz. I thought this film was pretty good and what have you. Now, coming in at number 13 is VHS Halloween. Now, this is the newest installment of this found footage film series. Since after watching the first seven last year, I know I've yet to review them, but this one I found was fine, what have you. Pretty good with some of their stories. I think the third and fourth stories were probably the best ones. First one was pretty freaky, but pretty twisted though. And the second one was completely fine, what have you. The wraparounds, not too bad, which involved a phantasm type soda. Not that I'm putting a pun on the movie Phantasm, you know what I'm saying? Good. Okay, enough said. Now coming in at number 12 is the reboot of I Know What You Did Last Summer. Well, now I'm going to say I did like this film. I mean, it does have its issues, but still good. It was good to see J Love and Freddie Prinze Jr. back, but I will say it did have a twist later on in the film, which I did not bring up in the spoiler-free review. And I will tell you in this video. Check out my spoiler-free review if you haven't seen it yet. It does have some pretty good kills, though, in ways. So I kind of actually enjoyed it. And coming in at number 11 is The Smashing Machine. Now, this is a new biopic about mixed martial artist Mark Kerr, who becomes the greatest fighter in the world, but however, he must battle with his use of some stuff. Check out my spoiler-free review of this if you haven't seen it yet. I really like Dwayne Johnson's performance as Mark Kerr. It is a shame this didn't do so hot at the box office, though. I wish it could have done better, though. But still, it's a pretty good film. You need to check out. When it comes to streaming, you should check it out. And starting off the top 10, here's another film that's not done too well at the box office. At number 10 is Tron Ares. Now, I found the film to be pretty entertaining for some ways. Maybe not as great as the classic, and it's right on par with Tron Legacy. But I've got to say, it was pretty good. Jared Leo's perfectly fine and what have you. I did like the cool effects and visuals and what have you. Nine Inch Nails' new tunage in the film, absolutely incredible. Check out my spoiler-free review if you haven't seen it yet. And coming in at number 9 is 28 Weeks Later from 2007. Now, I've recently reviewed this film along with its predecessor. I will say this is pretty good. It's a pretty good follow up. Yeah, came close to as good as the first one, but I was just gotta say it was really, really something. But I will say that I liked how it took place just weeks after the first one, as a group of Americans step foot on the Isles and that they are convinced that the danger of the rage virus has passed. Well, they were wrong. Check out my review of it if you haven't seen it yet. Next, at number 8 is 28 Years Later. Now, this is the newest sequel in the 28 Days Later series, and I thought this was a really good step up from the previous one. It was good to have Danny Boyle back on board as director and Alex Garland as the writer of the film. I must say they did a great job on this. Some of it was pretty freaky, but pretty intensifying and what have you. Check out my spoiler-free review of this if you haven't seen it yet. And coming in at number 7 is Roofman. This is the new film based on the true story of a former Army Ranger and struggling father who turns into robbing McDonald's restaurants by cutting holes in their roofs, thus earning his nickname, and after escaping prison, lives secretly inside Toys R Us. I thought this movie was pretty good, actually. Check out my spoiler-free review if you haven't seen it yet. Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, Peter Dinklage, they were all really good. I really enjoyed this. And coming in at number 6 is The Banana Splits in Hocus Pocus Park from 1972. Now, this film is, well, it's a short film. It's based on the Banana Splits series from Hanna-Barbera, and it starts out live action just like their series, as they are tour guides at a fun park, and they meet this little girl named Susie, who apparently gets taken into a mysterious animated world called the Hocus Pocus Park. Well, the Hocus Pocus world, actually, but you get what I'm saying. And soon the Banana Splits get animated and try to save this girl. But anyway, if I decide to review this one, maybe I'll tell you more about it. It's a pretty nice little film, though. Next at number 5 is From Dusk Till Dawn from 1996. This film was pretty darn awesome. I like the performances we got from George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, they were pretty good. I liked a lot of the other cast members we saw, especially Selma Hayek, who was absolutely hot. Anyway, this film's a pretty good vampire flick. Check out my spoiler-free. Not, I didn't do a spoiler-free review. This is all flick. Okay, but check out my review if you have not seen this yet. But I think a lot of you have seen it already, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, but speaking of actual spoiler free, here's a real film idea spoiler free review of. Coming in at number 4 is Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. Now, this is new biopic on the boss himself, Bruce Springsteen, and the creation of his Nebraska album. I gotta say, this film's pretty good. It's got a good cast. I gotta give Jeremy Allen White props for playing Springsteen. He did a great job. Check out my spoiler-free review of this if you haven't seen it yet. It's a pretty good rocket film. I'm sorry to say it's not doing so hot, though. I wish it could do better. Oh well. And coming in at number 3 is Creature from the Black Lagoon from 1954. Now, this is the first time I've seen the film in its entirety. I seem to recall seeing a little bit of it, but not all of it. But I gotta say, I really liked this film and how it turned out. Just a great Universal monster flick. You need to check out my review of it. But I gotta say, I really did enjoy this. This is a great movie. It's got a great cast and pretty good. It was pretty cool to see the titular character being played by two different actors, one on land and one in the water. Really something. Next at number 2 is Good Fortune. This film is absolutely funny. It's another film that's not done so hot, but I'm hoping for the best it'll still do okay. It really would take a miracle. No pun intended. I really thought the movie was pretty funny. Keanu Reeves does a great job in playing the angel Gabriel. He was absolutely really good. Seth Rogen was good, so was Aziz Ansari, who also directed the film. Really something. Check out my spoiler-free review of this if you haven't seen it yet. It's really something. It's like some of those films, like Trading Places. That's probably one film that comes close to this one, definitely. And my number one first time watch of October 2025 is Weapons. Now, this is another recent hit horror flick, and I gotta say, this was really something. Kind of was freaky in some parts, kind of almost freaked me out a bit and what have you, but not badly, what have you. Sure, it has some jump scares, but it didn't give me no jump scares. I managed to be very brave to get through this. I love the performances we got from the cast, especially Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, yeah, just about everyone who's in this film did an absolutely amazing job, and I have to give them credit for what they had to do. Zach Krieger did an exceptionally good job on this as well with his direction. Just so incredible. And of course, if you haven't seen my spoiler-free review of it yet, check it out. It's already become the third best horror film of this year that I've come to really like. It's mysterious but terrifying. All right, that's going to do it for this vid. What did you think? What's your top favorite watch first time watch of this of October 2025? Let me know in the comment section below. Give me your top pick, your top 3, top 5, top 10, wherever you want. And leave them for me in the comment section. And if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, and you know the rest. Join me later tonight when I give you my spoiler for review and ultra rant on the new Smurfs film. So if you like this, check out the reviews for the top 3. The upper left hand corner is the spoiler free review of Weapons. The upper right hand corner is the spoiler free review of Good Fortune. And the bottom left hand corner is my review of Creature from the Black Lagoon. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.